spectacular, beautiful, from ordinary products. Zebra pie according to this recipe is prepared on kefir. Other ingredients are also available and inexpensive. Getting such a striped pattern is not at all difficult than it may seem. The pie can be served both for evening tea and for a festive table. How to make a zebra kefir pie in the oven. Prepare the products. Take kefir with a fat content of 2.5%, as much as possible. Eggs are of category C1. Take natural cocoa powder. A drink like Nesquik will not work. All products should be at room temperature, so take kefir and eggs out of the refrigerator in advance. Wash the eggs well and dry them. Be sure to wash the eggs before use, as even the seemingly clean shell may contain harmful bacteria. It is best to use food detergents and a brush. Beat them into a bowl. Start beating the eggs with a mixer. When the foam appears, pour sugar into them in small portions. At the end, add the vanilla. Whisk everything together until a fluffy light mass. Pour kefir into the egg mass. Mix with a mixer at low speed until smooth. Sift the flour into a separate bowl. This will not only remove possible debris, but also saturate it with oxygen, which will make the baking more lush. Set aside 3 tablespoons of flour, they will be needed later. Add baking powder to the larger part and mix. Start adding flour to the liquid mixture in small portions, stirring the dough after each with a spatula. Flour can go both more and less than the declared amount. You can read more about this in the article. There is a link to it at the end of the recipe. Be guided by the consistency of the dough. It should become like liquid sour cream. Divide the dough in half, pouring part into another bowl. Pour the deferred flour into one, cocoa into the other. Flour was kneaded so that both white and chocolate dough remained the same in density after adding cocoa. Mix both halves of the dough with a spatula. Take a baking dish. I have a detachable one with a diameter of 20 centimeters. I covered the bottom with parchment. Lubricate the mold with a drop of vegetable oil. Take a tablespoon of white dough and pour it into the center of the mold. Then take a spoonful of chocolate and pour it into the center of the white. So, alternating between 2 types of dough, pour out all its quantity. Gradually, the dough will begin to spread over the entire volume of the mold, forming a striped pattern. From above, you can make a drawing using a toothpick. Bake the pie for 30 to 40 minutes in the oven. Preheated to 180 degrees C. The exact time will depend on the characteristics of your oven and the size of the mold. You can read more about the features of the ovens in the article about ovens. The link is at the end of the recipe. Focus on the appearance of the pie. It should turn red and rise. Also, you can check the readiness with a wooden skewer. It will come out dry from the center. Remove the finished pie from the oven, cool, and release from the mold. Serve to the table. You can sprinkle the cake with powdered sugar, or you can cut it into cakes and layer it with cream. You will get an interesting cake. Enjoy your meal.